right. There we go. Hello and welcome to the Stamp Camp. I'm Glenda Calkins, your independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And today is Tuesday's Tips and Techniques. Tonight's technique I found on Split Coast Stampers a couple weeks ago, and I thought I would give it a try. And I really like how everything turned out. So you'll have to give it a try and let me know how you liked it. It is called the carved wood background technique. And it uses, on Split Coast, they had a stencil, but I did it with an embossing folder, and it works beautiful. At least I think so. So let's check things out. Make sure. Yep. Hi, Llewellyn. Thanks for joining me and that you're on. I can see you. So it looks good. Hello, hello. Shared. Thanks for sharing. I appreciate that. Let's switch the camera. Here we go. I am going to be using the Snowflakes Wishes stamp set, actually the bundle, because it does have coordinating dies that go with it. And then the embossing folder that I'm going to use is the new Winter Snow embossing folder, and it's all snowflakes. Not sure if you can see that. Yeah. This is from the Snowflake Splendor Suite from the mini catalog. And this is our finished card. So this is called the Carved Wood Background. And isn't it gorgeous? Now, this is one of those techniques that every time you do it, it is going to look different. So play around, especially with the inks that you use. I am using Very Vanilla. And I've already went ahead and embossed it with this Winter Snow embossing folder. The next thing that you're going to want to do is flip it over to the indented side. That's the part that it's dipped down in. And you're going to score. Now, you can score it however wide you want your planks. I did 3/4 of an inch. But you could do 1 inch, you could do a 1/2 inch. But that's what I did, was 3/4 of an inch. So let me see, 3/4 of an inch. So we got 3/4 of an inch and 1.5 inches. 2 1/4. 3. And then 3 3/4. And my cardstock piece, the Very Vanilla, was 4 by 5 1/4. So now I have my little score lines. It's really hard to see that. I think once we get the ink on, it'll start popping and you can see it. Now I have 4 different ink pads here. I am going to be using Sahara Sand, Gray Granite, Smoky Slate, and then a little bit of the Pretty Peacock, and that's where we get that gorgeous color in there. And I'm going to use the sponge daubers. So Sahara Sand, I'm going to start with the lightest first. And just kind of rub right over the top. Like I said, every time you do it, it's going to get a different look. I'm trying to get you so that you're still in camera. It just depends on how dark you put your ink. Kind of going around the edge. But now you can kind of see it starting to pop. And I got one little circle here. I'm going to try to blend that out. And I'm just going to come around the outside edge again. It's kind of muddying up, which is good. It's getting that wood kind of texture. Now this is the Gray Granite. which has a little bit of gray in it, and I think a little bit of that putty brown in it. You see how them snowflakes are really popping now? And you kind of just do as much as you like. There's no really right or wrong. Hello, Judy? Babs? I'll switch now to the smoky slate. And come in with that little darker color. I'm trying to stamp or kind of brush off so I don't get those just circles. I don't want such a stark circle. Isn't that, look at how it's popping. Love it. So like I said, you can do as much or as little as you like. Try to blend that out. It's looking good. Now I'll come in with that pop of Pretty Peacock. I think this is really pretty in person. I don't think the camera does this background justice because it's gorgeous. But now you can see the wood planks, the embossed, or the score lines, I should say. And if you wanted it more woodsy, then I would stick to the browns. You could do all the grays and forget that pop of that blue, but I just like the blue. I wish you could see it in person because I'm looking at it on camera and it just is not as pretty as it is in person. But it's a super easy technique. It's just a little bit different way of using that embossing folder, and instead of using the raised side, you use the embedded side. Look at that. Can you see all those pretty colors? So because I used that Pretty Peacock, my card base is Pretty Peacock. It's just 4 1/4 by 11 folded in half. And because it is an embossed piece, I will use my liquid glue to attach it to my card. Time for a new one. Time for a new one. All right, that's going to go right here on the front, like so. Then I used my stamp set, which again is the Snowflake Wishes. I used the Snowflake Wishes for a Merry Christmas, and I paired it with the Tasteful Labels dies. I used this one right here and die cut it out. I've already went ahead and did that. So I have that right here, and I'm going to just pop that up on the front. This card does not require a lot of decoration because it is gorgeous just the way it is. I'm using my ends here. So I don't want to cover up my beautiful background, so I'm just going to put a nice little sentiment on the front. That looks gorgeous. Then I used some of those dies from the Snowflake Wishes and did some snowflakes. Just take a blue dot, Maybe I'll just do the one. Get some rhinestone. I gotta have my rhinestone, my bling. Put that in the center. Now for the inside, I would take one of the snowflakes from the set, which I thought I already pulled one out, and put on a block. Let's see. Yes, I do have it out here someplace. Here's my ink. Well, that's funny. I'll just pull out another snowflake and I'll look for that one later. I just cleaned my stamps all up, so I hope I didn't throw it in the garbage by accident. I've been known to do that on occasion. So I'm just gonna put a couple snowflakes on the inside here, just like that. And we'll stick that to the inside. I guess I could have used one of my die cuts too. So there you have it. How easy is that? Again, that is the carved wood background. This one I got a couple snowflakes on it, and this one is just the one. And this is the one I was looking for. I don't know, I'll have to look. Hopefully I didn't pitch it. But that is the technique for tonight. If you like what you've seen, make sure that you share, like, and follow. I appreciate that very much. If you need any of the supplies, please visit my blog, www.thestampcamp.com. This is the hostess code for September. I appreciate any and all orders, and that is it. Any questions? No? That is it for tonight. Have a great night. Thanks for stopping by.